Hello, Popoki here. Today I have another hunter build video for you. But before I get into the actual build, I'm going to bring up that I have made a Discord because people were asking about it in the live stream last night. And if you want to join that Discord, you can. The link will be in the description and on screen. In that Discord, you have direct access to me. You can talk to me at any time. I'm always active. You can ask me build questions. You can post your own builds. And I'm going to be playing with people inside that community and inside live streams in the future. So if you want to interact with me, if you want to get into builds more, or just have fun playing raids and dungeons with a community, just go down below, click the link, and you'll be brought right in. And if you actually join the Discord before the night is over, you get a special role for being within the first 24 hours, and that gives you some special privileges. So, on to the build itself. So, everyone has heard of young Ahamkara's spine. It's a very old exotic, it's been here since release, and it got a nerf a while ago that completely destroyed its usefulness. But that nerf was undone in a recent patch, but when they unnerfed it, that patch also contained the 96% ignition damage nerf, which means even though they unnerfed young Ahamkara's spine, it was dealing 96% less damage, meaning it was completely useless. So now that this week they have fixed that bug, we can actually look at young Ahamkara's spine in the modern day and say, hey, is it any better than it was before? Is it still worth using? All those questions. So for this, I am just going to be running a normal weapon setup. Solar Hunter, because you have to be. Super does not matter. Gambler's Dodge is very important. Knife Trick for the Scorch and 3 ability hits on an enemy. Trip Mine because we need it. On your mark and knock them down for the fragment slots. And these enemies need to stop bothering me. For our fragments, we have Ember of Ashes, so we can get 2 to 3 ignitions on every single enemy when we do the combo. Ember of Torches, so we can get our knife back if we kill an enemy with our knife. And, you know, Radiant is really good for weapon damage and champions, so it's good to have. We have Ember of Eruption, which is going to increase our solar ignition area of effect, which is just, you know, we're going to be doing a lot of ignitions, so it's just free. Same thing with Ember of Char. These two work really well together. This is going to spread Scorch to targets. So if you ignite 2 enemies, it's going to ignite every enemy nearby. And then those enemies are going to ignite. It's going to chain ignite. I don't have a clip to show, but you can use these 2 fragments on this build on Vesper's Host for Rainix, and you can chain ignite the boss to do like the same amount of damage a Behemoth Titan would do. And then we have Ember of Singeing. So we get increased class ability regen when we scorch a target. This is integral. You need this. You can swap both of these out. You can swap them for like Searing and Mercy for healing, or Ember of Resolve for some cure. But from my testing in this build is hunters are squishy, but if you go like as much as you can into survivability with this build, it's still not that great. So you might as well just go full into the damage aspect of it. For our mod setup, we are just going to be running a normal like build setup, nothing crazy, except for young Ahamkar Spine having focusing strike and bolstering detonations, so we get our class ability back when we do melees and grenades, and impact induction. You can switch this out with a firepower or heavy-handed, but I just have this here because why not? The fashion, of course, is Shahan. I hope you enjoy that. You know, what else am I going to run for fashion when it comes to young Ahamkar Spine? So I'm going to showcase this build and see if it's good or still worth using. In a expert loss sector, it's expert because I'm too lazy to do a master right now, and I'll see you inside. Now, if you haven't used young Ahamkara's Spine before and you don't know what it does, it's pretty simple. Any ability hit gives you ability energy back for your trip mine, and that includes ignitions. So if you throw Knife Trick or, you know, the trip mine itself, it's going to give you trip mine energy back. which allows what we just did there, just spamming your abilities a bunch of times over to destroy single target enemies. And this build is not new by any means, but it technically this week is the first week in which it's been like fully usable since like a year or more. So things have changed. We have prismatic now. Now, when Final Shape came out, there was a stealth nerf to Knife Trick and throwing knives in general. So they can barely kill red bars, and you have to be like super accurate for it. So I don't recommend using your Knife Trick for ad clear. Only use it if the enemy is already weakened prior to using it. So just when you have your abilities, use them on major targets that you need to kill, so you save a bunch of ammo. And there we go. That is young Ahamkara spine in a nutshell. A note for people on this exotic is that it automatically gives you fastball, so you do not need to run it. I believe it doesn't say it in its description, but yeah, that's what it does. So if you're gonna run a solar hunter build in the modern age with prismatic existing, I would probably run young Ahamkara spine. You're gonna lack survivability, but when does a hunter have survivability in the first place? So I'd say it's really good. It's good especially if you have no ammo and you just want to deal damage. Like Song of Flame, for example, on Warlock, all the damage from Song of Flame comes from the ignitions. The fact that you snap, ignite, snap, ignite, snap, ignite. This is basically Song of Flame damage rotation all the time. So if you have like a demolitionist weapon like I was using in the Lost Sector, you can just keep throwing your trip mines and it'll keep reloading your weapon. So if you have like a demolitionist chill inhibitor, you can fire your chill inhibitor, do whatever, and every time you throw a trip mine, it reloads your weapon. So would I say this is good? Yeah, it's awesome. Would I use it over a prismatic build? No, I would not. We're still in 2024, the year of prismatic. So that was it for this video. If you liked it, please subscribe. But I really care for comments. If you comment anything, I will reply to you unless the comment is like bad, in which I will not reply to you. But yeah, that's it. Please join the Discord if you want to play or look at other builds, and that'll be all. Thank you for watching.